What's up, Snap-on Nation? My name is Max Wilson, and I am here with Alex Taylor of Alex Taylor Racing to take you guys through a sneak peek of this year's Snap-on Franchisee Conference. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, this is a big deal. This is a big deal.
This is a really big deal. I've been with this company for 9 years and have never gotten the chance to get in early and see the behind the scenes, so I'm excited to do it.
Early and behind the scenes, that sounds like,
Are you ready?
Like something I want to be a part of.
All right, let's go.
Oh wow.
I like the oh wow, yeah, right. I feel the same way.
Well, it's giant. So like what I'm trying to figure out right now is how to look over there and over there and over there and do it all at the same time.
Which is what you want to do right off the bat, is look everywhere, but I think we should probably take it in one piece at a time. And
my eye is going over there.
It's hard not to go to the wall of tool storage
the wall
over there.
Of greatness.
Yeah. So I think we'll take a walk over there, and I'm excited to do this with you from like, I hesitate to use the word outsider's perspective, but I have been to a Snap-on franchisee conference.
Well, I've never been here, so I am an outsider, and I am overwhelmed with the greatness that I'm looking at.
Yeah, I'm excited. So, and you have come fresh off of a pretty fun adventure this past few days. So where have you been?
So I was doing my first attempts at land speed racing. So just got my 175-mile-an-hour license, and I'm headed back tomorrow.
Yeah.
But this morning I went to Detroit to test a car for Roadkill Nights this weekend, and then as soon as we end this, I'm getting on a plane to go back to Salt Lake City.
What a whirlwind! It sounds awesome though, because I am very envious of driving on the flats. I think that sounds awesome.
It's great, but what I'm envious of is that.
Yes.
This is your world.
This is my world. You're not wrong. And so we'll talk a little bit about what this show is about, right?
Okay.
So this show is for Snap-on franchisees, their families, as well as Snap-on employees. They come from all across the country. This is once a year, and it's really like a big family reunion. It's pretty awesome. There are people here that I might see 2 or 3 times a year. Maybe I only see them once a year. So when we come together, we get to have the first look at what's new from Snap-on, maybe new toolbox colors, which we'll just take a few sneak peeks at here in a minute, I think. Maybe new innovative tools, and you could get the information from lots of different representatives about what's out, how it works, all that kind of stuff. So, for 103 years, this company has been around. So I think we're in for a little bit of treat. But what I want to know is what your favorite color is on this.
Way to put me on the spot, because there's a lot of choices here. So I have to say I like a little bit of the classic black, but I like to have some detail added.
Okay.
The one that's catching my eye right now is the black with either the neon pink or the neon yellow highlights.
I like it. I like the concept of classic black, but and with the high vis yellow or the neon yellow, whatever you want to call it, we're calling it high vis, right? So that's really fresh for us because it just came out. First rendition was on a 68-inch Epic. So now kind of coming across other tool storage platforms, the customers really might be seeing it just like us for the first time.
So if you were going to pick one here out of the greatness of this wall of Carvana,
oh man,
what are you going for?
All of them. Can we have them all?
Can we take one of take one of those and that one?
Have them all. I don't know. I think I'm kind of drawn to this new green trim on the black. I like the classic black.
I like that.
But I think at the end of the day, I'm a classic Snap-on guy. I'm going to go for Snap-on red and black trim.
I would expect nothing else.
It runs deep, I think. It runs deep. So we turn around and have a whole sea of tool storage to go look at.
I thought this was good, but there's a lot more out here.
Right. Well, this is a Carvana is what it's called, right?
I want a Carvana. Okay.
So yeah, I'm with you. Like we said, can we take the whole wall home? So in front of us, this is the first time I'm seeing this box in person. Okay. And I'm thrilled with it. And I'm curious what you think about it.
So first impression is one, very cool color scheme, especially with the graphics up there. I like the fact that it could be in a motorcycle shop. It could be in a hot rod shop. It could just be in somebody that wants to hobby wrench around their garage. Like that is a really cool graphic.
No, I'm with you. I think it appeals to a lot of people, especially with the vintage look. And I'm going to check something here, Alex, because in years past, we've done a wrap, similar like a vinyl wrap that they do on cars, and probably on race cars.
Yeah,
you guys do a vinyl wrap.
Right.
But we have recently come out with magnetic stick-on. So
that's rad.
It's interchangeable, which
so
that's pretty awesome.
So not that you would want to take that off.
Sure.
However, if you wanted to, just peel it off and now you have a solid color box.
Well, think about it too. As a technician, it's dirty.
Yeah,
you know, you're in and out of a shop, right? You're working on cars. So a lot of times the box has to get a good clean down. So it's nice to be able to take those off and wash the box down.
That's really cool. So this is a limited run as well, right?
This is a limited run as well. So like boxes like this, and I think there's one on the other side we should go take a look at, are going to be unveiled at SFC. Each year we have usually something called a Legend Series, and it's always going to be something new and different. And so that's where we get boxes like this, which this might be my favorite because we just talked about the red.
I was going to say, on this one, I would agree. I like the red of this. I think the graphic with this just really sets it apart.
I know.
That.
And I think that it's also quite appealing to have a top chest of drawers, which as you and I are standing here talking, I'm realizing that it's been a few years since we've done a run of a top chest on this style box.
Really?
So this is actually 2 for 1 here. We've got the new graphic as well as a top chest on here, because in years past, recently, you could only get the riser style, you know, with the drawer that pops up on the front.
Yeah, okay.
So that's pretty cool.
So a pretty big box. There's a lot of space there.
Like you can't even make up how that just happened to me. I'm like, I haven't seen this, and that's amazing. So yeah,
new stuff for you, new stuff for you guys. There's
exactly. So okay, we've kind of covered something. I don't know if you've thought about this, but I just did. We've gone from maybe technician needs a roll cart, maybe he's new, something like that. Then we've come over to some special edition boxes to kind of growing. Let's go to like end of career, or maybe you just
so you're telling me
got lots of tools. You know, I don't know.
That is a lot.
Is Alex Taylor like you want a wall of toolbox?
This is my aspiration right here.
I like it.
First of all, I'd have to find a place to put this much, but this I think has a very deserving title. Mr. Big.
Mr. Big.
That is big.
So have you seen a Mr. Big toolbox before, or is this like first impression?
This is a first for me. I have not been anywhere. I've seen, where people might have a chest like that, something smaller, and then they have multiple added. My dad has one that's, I don't know, maybe a quarter of that.
Sure, yeah.
But all of this at the same time.
But you've seen, like you guys' garage is multiple toolboxes.
Yeah.
So a lot of times what I've seen being in the industry is, somebody may have multiple toolboxes and then want to put them all together in one space. And then that's how you end up with this beauty right here. What? So, you know what? We are in Nashville, and my mind just got jogged. It's totally irrelevant to Mr. Big, not going to lie to you.
But it's a big deal, right?
It is a big deal.
Okay, so I think I actually already know what this is. You guys would probably want to know what this is as well.
So we're in Nashville, Tennessee for this conference.
Okay, Music City.
Music City. And I think that we can do a little bit of giveaway at the end of this, something that we may both be involved in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think so if you guys like and comment on this video, we could probably have some surprises in the end for this for you.
So you have a chance to win something very cool that is musically related if you comment in the video. So stick around. Not only is that going to be really cool, but there's a lot more to see right
What
here.
do people in Nashville need to play music? Let's just leave that hint there. How about that? Yeah.
We'll drop that there.
So I don't know why Mr. Big just totally struck my mind.
I don't know.
Like being hit over the head with a club. But I just thought about it. So how about we take a little tour on through the rest of the show?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I'm ready. So we've ended up in the flats.
Yes.
And we're racing your car, someone else's car?
I actually am racing somebody's car that I got to borrow for the week.
Which is awesome.
He's like, it was Roger Beckman and Tim Cox. They said, here's your car, hammer on it, it's your program. I'm like, what?
Yeah. And so this is a dream of yours.
Oh, I wanted to go land speed racing for 10 years. And so when this popped up, it was just like, it's not real until I got there. And
so they just messaged you basically?
Yes.
And said, hey, do you want to go drive our car as fast as possible?
Not sketchy at all, right?
Not at all. But I have to relate that I would have been like, I'm in. I have no idea who you are, but I will show up.
Turns out it worked out good.
So we're talking about cars that go fast.
Yes.
Salt cars, drag cars is your life, right?
Yeah.
You don't need a whole lot of diagnosing in the sense of, our average technician, right? You're doing more on a laptop for tuning
different
and that
stuff,
sort of thing.
right?
So our franchises have got to be able to talk to their customers and technicians about diagnostics. And that is what we are looking at right now.
Let's go check it out.
So I have to tell you, from a background, I come from an automotive background. My dad owned a shop. We did lots of restorations, things like that. Got into going fast for a while. So I learned an immense about diagnosing cars and that sort of thing. So a lot of people that get into this business may not necessarily have that background.
Right.
So SFC is a perfect place for them to come in and get educated on what's new, what's latest and greatest with our tools, right? So for an example, I brought you kind of directly to what caught my eye, which was, a line of each one of our tools. And the Solus Plus, which is here on the end, is really the bread and butter of scan tools for us. So these days, I don't know if you know this, but and I promised myself I wouldn't get too in depth.
It's
but
okay.
If you replace windshield wipers
Yeah.
on like a 2023 car, you have to have a scan tool.
News to me.
Like
So
it's
I can see where this
you
falls.
gotta have something like this for something very basic. Oil changes, rear brake pad changes. You have to have a scan tool.
You start here.
Right. So for our franchises and for our customers, it's a great place for everybody to get educated and see something like the Solus Plus, which is the latest rendition of Solus.
Okay.
And I'm excited to turn the on button on because time is money for our technicians and probably for you and me, right? So, but this is what it kind of looks like. You are on, and it's on very quickly on. And we just grabbed a demo unit, so the battery is a little low on it, and it's still turned on super fast.
But just like that.
That's it.
See, for me, I don't use this kind of tool. I do understand having to sit and wait on a computer to power up, and then like the frustration that comes with that. Then you get distracted over there, and then time is money.
And well, imagine opening a program to tune and waiting 10 minutes for that program to open.
That's not fun.
I wish we could cue like the Dell sound effect right now, or the old school internet dial-up.
The painful,
yes, the horrible sound. That's what I wish we could cue up, but because that's the opposite of what you have here.
We have
fast, lightning fast, and all the information needed, and the abilities to do things like relearns and resets to do all the fixing. So from here, I think I've noticed we're taking this in bite-sized chunks.
Bite-sized pieces.
This says hand tools.
Great. Yeah, I'm excited to go over there. Okay.
So I'm excited to go over there too, and for multiple reasons. We've seen toolboxes, which is always pretty and fun. Diagnostics, which is absolutely a necessity and awesome. But hand tools is the bread and butter. Something
like you cannot beat when you go over and pick up a good ratchet, and you know the difference between good and not. And like,
it's very true.
It's just hand tools.
Almost.
I love hand tools.
Well, it's in the word hand tools, like the tangible aspect of it, right? So take a look.
Okay, whatever you're saying is great, but this is better.
Is it? It's glorious, really. It almost has an aura,
It does. I don't know if you guys can see it as much as I am right now, but that is just like, it's drawing me over here to look at it. So is this every wrench that you guys make?
So this is every wrench that we make.
For the basics.
I know, there are going to be specialty wrenches that aren't in this, because like we make an absurd amount of tools.
That's not,
but from if in reality, a man or a woman could buy this set, and it is the base set in the drawer, ready to go.
I guess that's more my question. Like, I could walk up. I feel like if I had this sitting right there, I could find exactly what I need. And the organization, that is something that...
That's what makes me drool.
The shiny and everything about this made me drool. But then the organization really did it. Because I can't stand walking over to somebody's drawer box toolbox drawer and seeing just scattered stuff. I'm like, how do you work? Time is money.
Do you need a 10 millimeter? Correct. And the other thing I like about this is, the foam is precision laser cut for our tools. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So there's other foam out there, like you can go and cut your own, but we have our own laser CNC machine. And what's incredible about that is a lot of times you may come up and be fighting to get it out of the foam if you cut it really close. One finger, and you can pick that mess out.
Oh. Okay. I didn't think I was going to get excited about foam today. It may be one of my favorite things I've seen
I know.
so far.
I know. I'm with you. And like the organizational aspect, and also when you go to put things away at the end of the day, you know what you're missing.
That's a great point.
You know?
And it's one of those that you walk over, you grab it, and that, just like you're saying, time is money. You come back to it, you can find your stuff, all the difference.
Right.
I'm a big fan.
Also, I would just stand and drool and look.
I don't know if, actually, you know what? I don't know if time is money, because I think I'm like you. I would stand and drool.
I know.
I just wouldn't work.
I'm finding it hard to walk away, but we have a lot more to talk about.
Goodbye.
So,
Goodbye,
let's move on.
Okay.
So as we're walking through, you can tell that there is an immense amount of tools here. And it is something for every real operation that you may have in automotive, industrial, airplanes, submarines. I feel like we fix anything that moves.
So are we just going to casually ignore this hand forest that we're walking through?
What hand forest?
This one. That's handy. I have to give it to you guys.
It is handy. It is handy.
Display.
And I'm looking at it. It looks like it's one of every plier that we have.
That's very cool. Not just the display, but the fact that there's so many.
But it's kind of neat, though. The hands, it is a little handy. And
okay. Okay.
We'll stop with the puns.
We'll stop with the puns.
Yeah, but I love what you have, because you get an example. One, the amount of hands tells you how many pliers we have.
Oh yeah.
For different applications, right? So that's pretty awesome.
I am just now thinking, as I'm seeing how much stuff is at the conference like this, I feel like I've been missing something my entire life.
Yeah.
Like you guys are lucky.
You're like, I know about Snap-on tools, but I didn't know
there was a conference.
Snap-on tools. Yeah. Well, tool nerds need a place to go too. This is without a doubt my favorite time of year.
This over here?
No, SFC. Just coming to this show and being able to see everything here, see people, see what's new, small changes that have been made. It's incredible. And so tomorrow, what we are getting is the forklifts and the sneak peek. Tomorrow, you got to imagine 6,000-7,000 people in here. Yeah. And representatives talking, holy moly. Okay, hang on. Again, what you're saying is cool. This is a lot cooler. This is a lot. This is a lot. It's a lot. It's pretty incredible is what it is. Every single socket? I would think that's every single socket. Okay, I'm going to quit saying every single, because that's what you guys do. No, but before the wrench drawer, I didn't want to get called to the carpet, but yeah, that's fair. We're looking at like 20 or 30 feet of socket right now. This is massive. That over there in the corner, I don't even know what that weighs, but it's that's team lift. That's where you and I are picking that up together. I don't even know if we're going to pick that up. Yeah. But this is back to what you were saying about there's so many different industries that you guys cover. Correct. Yeah. I mean, in really, you go from the smallest of the small in here. Yeah. Right over there. From the past is like 5 millimeter, 5.5 millimeter, even smaller, all the way to I couldn't even venture a guess. Size? I think that's giant. I think that's what we're going to go giant with. Size is what it is. Yeah. No, this is rad. So then right here I see all the specialty sockets and all that. I want this too. And it's I don't know that people really think about it. I mean, from drag racing and go fast applications, automotive, motorcycles, equipment. We're talking about obviously really big stuff. Like we work with NASA, so clearly they got to have some sort of socket to take the wheels off the thing that moves the space shuttle, which may be what that is. I don't really know. I like your guess. I like your guess. See, it's funny because I feel socket rich if I had this somewhere about that size, This though, this is my comfort zone. I know all of these. It's outside. When you get into the mega sizes, I'm like, I came from cars. So do you. News to me, but I love that as well. That's awesome. So there's a whole space of specialty tools. So you think we've seen a lot.
Right.
From sockets and wrenches and ratchets and
Toolbox.
screwdrivers. But
Right. Okay.
we are going to go take a look at specialty tools.
Okay. Okay.
I think we have a chauffeur there to guide us along
Okay.
because there's quite a lot to learn about specialty tools.
And I guess that's the whole thing about specialty tools is you don't exactly think of every specialty tool that could be there because they are specialty.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yes. I think a lot of times the franchises may even walk into this and learn, hey, I had a customer tell me that I had a broken bolt and it was really hard to get out of this. And he shows up here and talks to our friend Alan, who tells them all about the specialty tool that we have to trade it out. I am going to share my mic with Alan, and you guys are going to take a quick walk.
We'll go on a tour. Okay.
Thanks, Max.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I'll meet back up with you in just
I'll
a
catch you
minute.
shortly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Alex.
Hi. How are you?
Welcome to the specialty section of hand tools.
I'm very excited to see them.
Yeah, how's the show looking so far?
It looks like I can't take it all in at once, but very excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, let me walk you through our specialty section of hand tools. I want to show you a couple of new adds to the show this year.
Okay.
Maybe something you could potentially use on the race car.
Okay. Okay. Noted. So this is your world. This is your happy place.
Kind of. I've been working for Snap-on for about 7 years. I'm a project engineer, and I really enjoy getting to go out and talk to the franchisees and talk to the technicians to be able to understand those problems and be able to make some tools to solve some of those problems.
So you're actually out in the field. Hey, there's a problem here, and you come back and you try to solve that.
Yeah, there's no better way than to hear it right from the technician's
That
mouth.
makes so much difference. Like just the fact that there's that human relationship there. That's like, hey, we hear your problem. We're gonna work on a solution.
Sure.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Here's one of the first things I want to show you.
Okay.
This is a new product for the show this year. These are torque adapters, and
Oh.
what they do is allow you to get a torque wrench into a place that you maybe wouldn't be able to do that before. This particular application is a valve cover off of a Subaru. For those not familiar, Subaru's a Boxster engine, and trying to get those valve covers off or do any head work is going to be difficult because it's right up against the box section of the unibody. So what these allow you to do, I'll show you real quick, is take a torque wrench and a socket that otherwise may not fit because of a restriction and flip them to the back side so that you can then sneak into that place and be able to turn that bolt.
It's great.
Yep. So, and like I say, these are new for the show, and they come in quarter, 3/8, and ½ inch. They'd be the TTA 35, FTA 35, and STA 35.
Awesome. And you were saying that it also, you're able to adjust to make sure that the torque stays accurate. And
That's a great point, 100%. So inside of our Snap-on torque wrenches, there's the ability to offset your workpiece. And each of these adapters has a distance stamped on it, so you know exactly how far you are from your square to your socket. So you can program that offset in. Voila.
very cool.
Yep.
That's a neat product.
Awesome. Here we're going to head this way. I'll show you one more.
Okay. There is a lot here. And so is this one of the technicians' like favorite spots where they find
New and fun things?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Or franchisees, I should say.
I like to think this is everybody's favorite spot.
And that's what I'm like. I don't think you can appreciate it unless you stop and look at each thing. Like walking by, you don't realize that how much engineering goes into each piece because you don't realize what that problem is until you stop and think about it.
Sure, and we'd encourage everybody to stop and read all these tags and talk to the associates that are over here. But yeah, each one of these is a tool that was built to fix a specific problem. And
Right.
you know, a lot of times we get the glamour of new ratchets and the glamour of new screwdrivers, and I love all that stuff too. But specialty tools deserve a look as well. So,
I do. So let's check this out.
here's my next tool I want to show you. This is a new ad for the show this year too. This is our stud and dowel puller set. Do you recognize this cylinder head on the table?
LS.
It is 100% an LS cylinder head. And anybody that's taken one of these apart knows that the exhaust manifold studs are a problem. As soon as you go to try and take those off, they have a tendency to snap and look just like this. So one of the many things that this tool does is allow you to turn our new collet housing with a collet on and grip the outside of that broken stud. And I've got this one set up so we can see it. And then turn the housing to pull that broken stud out the other side.
That looks like it would save a lot of anger right there.
Oh, yeah.
And frustration.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the idea. We're trying to make the technician's life easier. So, and this set is very encompassing. It comes in 56 different variations that go all the way from 1032 up to 5/8/18, as well as 6mm up to 16mm.
And this is brand new at the show.
Yeah, so this is the first time we've offered this at the show. Worth mentioning though too is that there are two different functions of this tool. I just showed you the one where you can turn parts out, but you can also adapt these to a slide hammer as well for stuff like dowel pins, alignment pins, or even fuel injectors. Once you lock these on, you can use the slide hammer to be able to remove those from application.
Oh, that's really nice. That's very cool.
So, yeah, so if you guys are interested, come over and see me. I'll be here all weekend.
I would be spending some time over here, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
All right.
So
we had fun in your world over here.
Yeah.
I think you got to hand your mic back now,
Yep.
but it was good chatting with you.
I've been hiding in the background learning as much as possible. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
all right, don't have too much fun.
All right. It's going to be a hard one,
Moving
but thank
on.
you. Okay.
Pretty incredible.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, I've been here several times, but it never gets old walking around.
Especially when there's not much new stuff.
Right.
That's
Yeah. So what is the goal for the salts?
So I would love to go back and at least get my A license.
Okay.
There's a potential I could set a record tomorrow. Granted, I don't want to take any credibility away from those that have done it. I feel guilty even saying, like, on my first time out, I could.
Sure.
Because it's a big deal.
But there's always a possibility.
Well, there's a chance. And so
Yeah.
that's the reason I'm going to fly all night to go back in the morning. And
Because, I mean, really, and folks that get really into automotive racing, you know everything matters.
Oh, yeah.
Environment matters, track matters,
Yep.
salt matters,
Yep.
temperature, all of the above.
And I may go back out tomorrow and have done all this, and I may go out and it could rain, it could not happen,
Sure.
you know, but that's a chance I'm willing to take.
But you have driven the car now.
I have, yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah, I've licensed a couple times.
Much different experience from a drag car?
Not even comparable.
Yeah.
It's just not even the same thing at all. So, no.
So, walking into the booth of power.
Power tools.
Yeah. That's how I feel walking in. I'm like, this is incredible.
Oh, yeah, it is.
There's-
Wow.
So
Okay.
what I can tell you is, again, you know, the franchises come in, they're able to take a look at everything that's available to bring them home to the customers.
Right.
And let them see what's new and provide them with, you know, an opportunity to get their hands on what's the latest and greatest. And so as you look around, you see a lot of red, green,
Yeah.
we call it high vis, the highlighter color.
Right. Okay.
Actually,
right behind us.
right behind us. There's your
Right.
matching toolbox for your roll cart right there. So you see a lot of those colors, but one of the newer and fresher colors that we have is power blue.
Ah.
So, and it's just the thing about changing colors on any of it, on hand tools, power tools, is everybody likes to be an individual, no different than cars,
no.
right? Cars are the same thing. We like
Yeah,
to,
100%.
you know, like your Camaro is not the color it is because it just is,
It just
because
popped
that's
up.
what you
Exactly.
you want it to be, right? Yeah. So, like, the nice thing about having like Power Blue and offering these different colors
Mm-hmm.
is that they have the chance to personalize a little bit. And what I see happen is, you know, technician A is a red guy.
Yeah.
So when the second technician comes in and buys tools, you know, it's like, well, I can't be red. I got to be a different
Be a
color.
different color.
Right. Yeah. So because then we don't get our tools mixed up. So this is pretty cool. And I really like this color a lot.
I like it because it's different, but it's not, if you're somebody that likes to be a little bit more subtle, it's not in your face. But yeah, no, that's a very unique color and it's very cool. And I do like what you're saying because something about knowing that you have the option to choose your own personality, your character, like you can build off of that. So that's, I love that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
super cool.
really.
I like this color a lot. Though.
So yeah, when we get done drooling over our wrenches and filling our wrench drawer, we'll have Power Blue everywhere else. Yeah, I'm with you. So this, I have been excited because I've heard rustlings of this. This is you like that word?
I do.
Yeah, that's my SAT word for the day. So the CT9038, this is actually the first time that I've seen it, and I'm going to put my hands on one because I
Okay.
just want to touch
This is
it.
a big moment. I see it.
This is a big moment because this is a first for us in the 18-volt compact line. And tomorrow I am thrilled, Alex, because I'm going to get all the details on this and be able to share it with our customers. So right now, you and I
We're new here.
are new here, and we're getting the sneak peek on this, and so are our customers. And this is going to be really awesome. And what's great is just looking at it. The size
That's what I'm
is
noticing. Yeah.
even smaller than I expected, and it's supposed to pack a serious punch. So I'm really excited about that.
It definitely is very compact.
Right. And that's the key is, well, you know, racing motors still have tight places too.
They do.
You know, a lot of times you know where headers are wrapped around frames and things.
Very
you know,
much so.
so anywhere you can save space and get in and still have the torque is good. You know,
that's cool. So we got to see something new.
I know.
You guys got to see something new.
Pretty exciting.
And we're getting close to something really special.
I am excited.
I am too. So
I'm refraining from dancing because we're talking about music.
that would be a great segment right here. I like that. I'm not dancing with you.
No, okay.
All right,
All right.
I'm not doing that.
All right.
You guys don't want to see that.
Fair enough. We're here to talk about tools and give away something pretty awesome.
Give away something cool.
Yeah. So.
Oh, there's more. There's just so much. There's so much.
I know.
Sneak peek. But
We really could dive into it, into welders, into, you know, all sorts of fabrication stuff, shop and tech stuff. I mean, it's pretty incredible what you get to take in here. So yeah, I'm
100%.
excited. So is this like a grand unveiling?
do we do the drum roll? Drum roll, please.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you do the honors.
I get to do the honors? Wait a minute. Okay. Well.
Okay.
Ta-da!
So
this is a American Fender. Is it a Telecaster or Stratocaster?
Stratocaster.
There's subtle differences. It is a beaut is what it is. And I think
it's going to a new home.
it's going to a new home.
Yeah.
And I mean, while we're here, are you going to sign it for somebody, you think?
I would.
Because they don't know who I am. I'm the Snap-on guy just hanging out.
I'll sign it. Okay. It's a big deal too. This is a beautiful piece. I feel like it's very silent right now. Don't judge my handwriting, guys. Okay.
What does one do to fill the space while signing?
Talk about how awkward it is to
Yeah. Really. This is where you're like, I'm leaning on my cohort to talk while I'm signing this. So
the good news is that that's going to a new home. It's going to one of you guys that's been commenting, and I'm glad you joined us. I'm glad I got to be here.
Absolutely. Alex, what a fun time. Thank you for going through this with me. Thank you guys. And until next time.
See you later.